Alright, today we're going to show you how to do a multiple image inside one photograph using Photoshop. So first thing you do, you've downloaded all your files, you've got them in a folder, they're all available to you. Now it doesn't really matter how many you have, as long as you've got a few images to work through. So what I'm going to do is just use an imaginary one just to give you a demonstration, and this has to be repeated a few times to get the image right. So if you go to File, you go to Open, you find your folder. Mine's sitting on the desktop. I'm just going to use folder 1. Now this is where your files are. You open that up, you should have 20 or 30 photographs in here, or maybe you've just got 5. You can really pick any image you like to start with. Okay, it's going to be the base or foundation picture that you are going to use. So here's my first picture. I open it. There it is, your base picture. Now you want other pictures on top of this. You're going to put multiple people in here. So the next thing you do is, you're happy with that, you look over to the right and you see that's locked. Okay, so you've got to be careful there, indicates it's partially locked. Okay, so realistically this is your background image, and this is where all the other images are going to come through. So if I go to File, I open my second picture. Okay, here it is, my second picture. Open that, and you can see there's 2 pictures. Okay, this one and this one up the top where I am. So I'm going to use that as my background, and this is the new picture that's going to come through. So I'll go back to the original. There he is. That picture is going to be the base. So you go to your second picture, you click on the selection tool, this rectangular selection tool. You click on it, the square one. You don't start right in the corner here, you go out a little bit. Make sure you need to capture this picture perfectly. There it is. Perfect picture. Go out, click on it, drag it all the way across to the bottom. So you've copied the whole picture. You edit, copy. This is repeated every time. You can close that. I like to do that. Close that, so you've got one picture now. Here it is, one picture. You're going to edit, paste the image over the top. So this is the original background picture here, and this is the picture, and technically, okay, they're back to front. So from here, what do? First step, you have to copy this picture. Copy that, pull it to there, not to the bin, to here. Okay, so what you'll end up with is a copy background. Then just get this one and throw it in the bin. Now sometimes, no matter what happens, you could copy that and it throws 2 or 3 images here. Get rid of them all until you've got no lock here. You've got 2 pictures. The front picture, okay, and the back picture. Now how can you tell what they look like? This is I'm going to turn them off. So you go, turn the eye off. There's that picture. Turn the eye on. The back picture is the one, okay, that's going to be the one you're going to be working with. So therefore you have to push it up here. So it becomes number 1 picture now. And this one's underneath. Now from here, there are several options. You are just going to use the rubber eraser to get or to see the image underneath. So what you do now is you can turn this one off so you can see where the original, that's the picture that you want to bring through. Up, back, okay. Bit tricky, but if you have a good guess, and today's guess is, you can guess that is about where he is there, in that image there, just about there. You're going to bring him through by just using the eraser. So you go to this eraser tool, here it is. Go down here somewhere. Click about, we can see the bat. See what I've done here? Click the bat. Drag that player, whoever you are, to the front. Now it's good because I've made a couple of mistakes here. I rubbed out the bloke in the back, so you can't do that. Okay, you can't get rid of him. You want to keep both images, one on top of another. And I've done that here too. I've rubbed out his foot. I've rubbed out completely here. Okay, so I've got a whole series of feet. That is not what you want to do. Okay, that's useless. So, history, go to history button, click on here, and go back. You want to make sure, okay, on your layers palette, that the one underneath, okay, both images remain the same. You could do this to try and find this image that's lying underneath here. You could just click on the opacity, turn it down a little bit so you can see the guy underneath. There he is. You can see him down there. Then come back to the eraser, make it a little bit smaller, make the tool a little bit smaller, turn him down, and just now rub over the batsman underneath. You have to be very accurate, and the way to do that is maybe go here to the magnifying tool, click and blow it up so you're getting very close enough. Use the tool again, the magnifying glass tool. I think that'll be safe to just rub that bit out. Don't rub the guy's arm underneath out. See how careful you've got to be. I might even bring this rub out tool a bit smaller. Down. You're going to have to get all of him underneath. Remember, you can see the photo behind him. You don't want to rub that out. You just want to show the player in the front. And my eraser tool's not big enough, but it'll be okay if you get the good boundary right. Even that's not accurate enough. I'll go across here and try and get his arm. Cool. Slide this across. And pull down. I'll do the cricket bat, the elbow, the cricket bat. Now you're doing the same thing on yours. You're trying to get accurate as you can. Okay. I'll do his trousers here, his shirt. Get back over. This is trial and error. And if you can, don't use the eraser tool consistently. Click on it and off it, click on and off, so that if you do make a mistake and you undo, it will only undo little pieces of what you've done. I'll do this one. See his trousers. And his leg as well, so I'll get that. Remember, background you can't really rub out. Some mistakes you can fix later on, but if you're doing multiple times doing the same thing I've done, this is quite hard. Alright, I'll just stop there because this will go on forever. Okay, so I'll blow it, just fit the screen. So you get two images. You go back to the opacity here and turn it up, and both images are in the shot. Remember, mathematically I've already blotted him out, but you get two photographs, one on top of the other. It'll be very similar to yours. And if you don't think it's right, you have to go back in here, use the eraser tool, turn it right down to small, okay, and go along his back here and really get it right. But if you rub out the wrong thing, which I've done here, okay, you might have to repair it later on. Fit the screen. Alright, so there you go. Made a little mistake, but you get the idea. That's what you're going to have to do. And then, once you've got the two images perfect, you got two people sitting in your chair, you select, you got a layer, you flatten the image, and you repeat the process every time with each photograph that you've done. Alright, I'm going to stop it there. It's a 10-minute video.